Affairs in Nigeria requires the cooperation of all citizens irrespective of differences in political affiliations, religious persuasions, tribal and sectional backgrounds to support the Tinubu administration in its noble objectives of transforming the country. The Vice President stated this today when he received the leadership of the 10th House of Representatives led by the Speaker Tajuddin Abbas in his office, the Presidential Villa, on a courtesy visit. Prince Adegoke tells us more.
Speaking after the introduction of the principal officers, Vice President Shettima solicited the support of the House of Representatives for the actualization of the agenda of the Tinubu administration. According to him, President Tinubu is determined to redefine the meaning and concept of modern leadership, adding that the president has proved his competence, capability, and commitment. He therefore urged the Speaker and leadership of the House to support the president in his noble objectives of transforming the nation. Earlier in his remarks, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, while introducing the new principal officers, assured the Vice President of the House's support for all federal government programs and policies, noting that the House is willing to partner and collaborate with the present administration to work on everything that is in the interest of the Nigerian public.
They were just elected not quite 2 weeks ago, and we felt that it is expedient to formally bring them, introduce them to him, because in this particular project, we call it Unity Project. We do not look at ourselves as APC, PDP, LP. We look at ourselves as parliamentarians representing the Nigerian project. So we feel that at this point that we have elected our leadership, for both the majority and the minority, we should all come together and pay homage to our VP, to see them, get to know them, so that we can prepare for the challenges ahead.
The Vice President further implored members of the House of Representatives to rally around the Speaker, support him, nurture him, and defend him to work for the good of the country.
The Kwara State Police Command has restated that it's resolved to fully implement the restriction of operations of commercial motorcycles in the state between the hours of 9 in the night and 6 o'clock in the morning to eradicate the scourge of kidnapping and theft in the state. The newly posted Commissioner of Police, Eboluwarotimi Adelesi, stated this while addressing journalists at the police headquarters in Ilorin. She expressed shock at how people apportion blame to the police force for its effort to flush out criminals in the state, adding that the law has been in existence for years in most states of the Federation but not implemented.
These motorcycles, before the tricycle came, to be popular for crime. And they are the ones they use in conveying all these cultists. So for us to say we ban them, if we ban them, it's for the security of everybody. If they do not move, people will not be able to move. They will not be able to use it to commit crime. It is not the police that made the pronouncement that they should not move from 9. It's by the state. So we are only supporting the state to ensure that there is peace. So that should not be your problem, because if they do not have any mode of transportation, there's not going to be anything. And funny enough, most of these cultists, do you even realize that they are artisans? So that is it. It's for the protection of the city, the state, the communities, as well as for themselves not to risk their life. That is why we have to ensure, and it still stands. And I repeat that anyone found after that time, no compromise is to be taken to court.
President Bola Tinubu has directed security agencies to fish out the perpetrators of killing and violence in Plateau State, his spokesman Dele Alake has said. The president strongly condemned the recent internecine killings in Mangu local government area of Plateau State and parts of Benue State. Tinubu also said the country must break the cycle of violence. The president urged socio-religious leaders in the troubled areas, as well as leadership of Ariwa Consultative Forum, Jamaat Nasrul Islam, and Christian Association of Nigeria to work together to help foster genuine and long-lasting peace. He also charged the government of Plateau and Benue State and emergency response agencies to provide support and immediate relief to victims who have been displaced as a result of the conflict. In a related development, the management of the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC) has temporarily relocated its orientation camp in Plateau State from Mangu local government area of Jos to the state capital. Though NYSC did not give specific reasons for the decision, the development may not be unconnected to the degenerating security situation in the state, particularly in Mangu local government area of the state. A statement by NYSC's Director of Press and Public Relations, Eddie Megwa, noted that the orientation camp will now be held at Waye Foundation, Diodu, Jos. The call further stated that the prospective corps members are, by this information, expected to return at the new orientation camp, Waye Foundation, by Bukit Academy on the date specified in their call-up letters. Worried by increasing complexities and recurring security challenges across the country, Oyo State Command of Southwest Nigeria's Security Network, codenamed Operation Amotekun, has organized a 3-day workshop for the officers in Ibadan, the state capital. Our correspondent Fauzia Lukman reports that the leadership of the command says the initiative is born out of the need to enhance the capacity and skills of its men in effective conflict analysis and improve community engagement.
The Oyo State Command of the Western Nigerian Security Network Code, named Operation Amotekun, says the workshop is to guide against the increasing complexities and worrisome challenges, as well as to enable officers of the service understand the root causes of conflict and equip them with the strategic skill to avert a further breakdown of law and order.
To be successful in what we do, we need to engage the community. We need the support of the community. And of course, you standing before me, you are part of the community. So we need the cooperation of every one of you. For us to be able to enjoy the cooperation and then relate to you properly, we need to develop the skill in our men on how to engage the community. Because if you don't engage properly, you are not likely to get the desired result.
Understanding that people are not the same and people are coming from different backgrounds, there is the likelihood that we quickly ascribe a situation of crime to a group or a set of people, and we can easily stereotype people, and that itself is another form of conflict. It can lead to even escalation beyond even the initial situation they attempted to intervene in.
The workshop provides a unique platform for knowledge exchange. Interactive learning, and practical skills building. In his address, special guest of honor, the Akwetu of Ijerun, called for more commitment in ensuring safety of lives and properties.
He is no longer static. Crime is becoming dynamics. We are only tackling the ones that is unraveled. The criminals are ahead planning for new ones. But in order to equip our operatives, we are bringing in them to come and learn new tricks on how to think ahead, how to plan ahead, to tackle the criminality we are experiencing.
Organizers of this workshop says the training program will broaden the horizon of its men and forge a culture of peace and inclusivity and social cohesion within the communities.
Conflict is in the nature of social existence. There is no society anywhere that conflict will not emerge, basically on our perception, our communication, and especially on interest and goals. So I will definitely go there because, the reason why we have security operatives deployed to serious or volatile situations, because conflict emerges, and because it was not tamed, it results into violence, and we're deployed to ensure that there is sanity and peace in that.
After I might have completed this course, I will be able to settle all the conflicts in my community without being one-sided, without creating more problems for them. Because I will be equipped after this course to realize what conflict is, the mechanism to manage it, and how to come out without being one-sided.
The Western Nigerian Security Network Code, named Operation Amotekun, is the brainchild of the 6 governors of the region. Their expectation is for security platform to navigate complex conflict situations and restore lasting peace to the region. Fauzia Lukman, Global Television.
The Director General National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, says consumption of fruits ripened with calcium carbide may cause cancer, heart failure, kidney failure. The NAFDAC DG made this known at the official flag off of the agency's media sensitization workshop on dangers of drug hawking and ripening of fruits with calcium carbide in Abuja. She noted that fruits ripened with calcium carbide may cause frequent thirst, irritation in the mouth and nose, as well as weakness and permanent skin damage, difficulty in swallowing, vomiting, and skin ulcer. Priscilla Obasi completes the story.
Fruits provide the body with micronutrients that improve immunity and prevents diseases, among other benefits. The Director General NAFDAC says the trend of ripening fruits with carbide have become a public challenge, and NAFDAC had deployed a multifaceted approach to tackle the menace. She says the consumption of fruits such as mango, banana, plantain, guava, orange, grape, etc., or any other fruits ripened with calcium carbide is dangerous to the health.
The enforcement director is here. We are doing a nationwide crackdown on hawking, artificial ripening of fruits. That one we're going to step up. But in terms of the hawking, which is part of this event, we are cracking down because we want to eliminate hawking.
She added that the agency had commissioned a scientific study on the best approach towards mitigating the health hazards posed by ripening fruits with calcium carbide.
We have to check and take samples, what we call survey, from the market. We cannot just go and run them up unless you see them adding red dye, which is intelligence. We can also do that. But that is more difficult to do, because some of these things are done in the backyard of a house or in the, within a house itself.
The NAFDAC DG also warned against patronizing drug hawkers, saying most of the drugs are counterfeit, substandard, and expired. Priscilla Obasi, reporting for Global TV News.
You're watching the News Express on Global TV, coming to you from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on Star Times channel 276, and you can follow us across all our social media platforms at Global TV NG. When the media news returns, Senate to probe NNPCL subsidy regime.
Vacancy. Global Television, an Abuja-based broadcast media outfit, seeks the services of marketing and business development officers to help drive its commercial initiatives. Successful candidates will prospect new clients while working innovatively to retain existing ones. The ideal candidates should be experienced in sales and marketing, have a result-oriented culture, show resolve to contribute to a fast-growing organization. Interested candidates should send their CVs alongside cover letter to info@globaltvabuja.com. They can also send via WhatsApp to 0706 781 9863 or call 0813 153 5760. A Global Television, building the nation.
Thank you very much for staying with us. You're still watching News Express on Global TV. The Director General of the Nigeria Employees Consultation Association, NECA, Adewale Smart Oyerinde, has called for a total reversal of the 2023 Finance Act. This is as the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, CITN, has expressed its full support towards the federal government's initiative to set up the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms. Oyerinde said some provisions of the Act are capable of driving organized businesses in Nigeria into extinction. President Bola Tinubu had last week issued 4 executive orders suspending the act and the implementation of arbitrary taxes, a development hailed by the business community as a relief for businesses in the country. Speaking on Tuesday at the Nigeria Employers Summit 2023, the NECA DG said rather than suspend the act till September 2023, the business environment in Nigeria rather wants absolute reversal of the act. According to Irinde, the implementation of arbitrary taxes has the potential to push organized businesses into deeper holes of extinction. As we take a look at business, the Acting Comptroller General of Nigeria Customs Service, Adewale Adeniyi, says contrary to speculations, President Bola Tinubu has not ordered the reopening of Nigeria borders. Giving the clarification after a meeting with President Tinubu at the State House in Abuja, the Comptroller General of Customs says only 5 have so far been reopened. Prince Adigoke brings us more details.
The Acting Controller General of Customs, Adewale Adeniyi, noted that plans are underway to reopen all the borders, adding that the formal opening will be made public in due course. He noted that his discussion with President Tinubu centered on the active engagement of customs administration across Nigeria's strategic borders to enhance border and regional security.
Part of my discussions with Mr. President is to actively engage customs administrations across our borders, particularly the strategic ones that we must work and collaborate with for us to achieve common objectives of border security and regional integration. As we speak, about 5 of them have been reopened. 4 were initially reopened and 2 more were opened after that, and that is still the situation. There are ongoing processes to review this situation against the objective of the border closure itself, and the processes are not yet completed. And of course, when the borders are reopened, it's not going to be subject of rumor in any way.
Acting CG Adewale Adeniyi further said that the service will in a week's time visit Benin Republic to seek partnerships on how to address border security, importation, and the deployment of technology solutions to complex border situations. He expressed optimism that smuggling activities will be a thing of the past in no distant time.
In the next 1 week or thereabouts, I will be paying an official visit to Republic of Benin to have discussions with the Customs Administration of Benin and see how we can take forward the issue of collaborations between us, the issue of border security, the issue of importation across the border, and more importantly, how we can deploy technological solutions to very complex border problems.
It could be recalled that all land borders were completely shut down from 2018 to 2021 to help check illegal activities of smugglers.
The Senate on Tuesday constituted an ad hoc committee to investigate the fuel subsidy regime of the Nigerian Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL). This followed the adoption of a motion by Patrick Chinwaba, APC Imo, during plenary on Tuesday. Senator Chinwaba, who moved the motion, said the federal government on 11 May 2016 announced the increase in fuel pump price from 87 to between 135 naira and 145 naira per litre. This was in its fight against corruption and in order to plug the presumed highly proliferated leakages, wastages and slippages surrounding the fuel subsidy, as well as in an attempt to end the controversial subsidy regime. He said the government's interest in existing the subsidy regime was in line with the policy of reducing the cost of governance and the desire to eliminate corrupt practices surrounding the scheme. Supporting the motion, Jibril Issa, APC Kogi, said utilizing the savings arising from removing the subsidy was very important. Let's take a quick look at an entertainment scene for you. The Headies Nigeria's most prestigious music awards show released its much anticipated nominations list for its 16th edition on Wednesday. The list featured an array of both local and international artists that have been recognized for their contributions to the music scene in the past year. Notably, Damini Ogulu, the Grammy Award winner popularly known as Burna Boy, received the most nods on the list with a total of 11 nominations. He also battles for the Album of the Year with Davido, Rema, Asake, Omale, and Victoni. This year's award will also recognize international artists who have made their mark in the Nigerian music industry. The nominees for the 2023 International Artist of the Year category include Drake, Future, Selena Gomez, Don Toliver, and Ed Sheeran. Below is a list of nominations for the 16th Headies Award. The Nigerian movie industry has been thrown into a state of mourning as veteran Nollywood actress Cynthia Okereke has died at the age of 63. It was gathered that the actress died on Tuesday night. However, the cause of her death is still unknown. Last year, the actress, but they were released later on hot by the kidnappers days after they were declared missing. Her death was announced by her colleague Joseph Okechukwu in a post on his verified Twitter handle on Wednesday. While sharing a photo of the actress, he tweeted, "Rest in peace, Wanyoma. I'm shattered beyond words. The fact that I was about to pay for your flight ticket to come to finish what we started, only to hear you went to be with the Lord just last night. Last night is one of the toughest things I've ever had to deal with in recent times." Cynthia Nkiru Okereke was a famous Nollywood actress, television personality, entrepreneur, and philanthropist. She was born on 20th April 1960 in Enugu State in the southeastern part of Nigeria. New manager Napoli manager Rudy Garcia has openly acknowledged the challenges that lie ahead if they have to find a suitable replacement for Nigeria's sensation Victor Osimhen, should he depart during the summer transfer window. Punch Sport Extra reports. With only a month remaining before the start of a new season, club president Olerio De Laurentiis has yet to reach an agreement with Osimhen's representatives regarding a contract extension. It is believed that when Osimhen returns to training in July 19, the matter will be revisited in person, with Garcia present in an attempt to persuade the 24-year-old to commit his future to the club. Garcia was quoted by La Repubblica as saying replacing Osimhen would not be an easy task. His presence provides us with greater certainty and serenity as we aim to defend our title. According to Italian publications La Gazzetta dello Sport and Second Corriere dello Sport, the French coach has already conveyed to De Laurentiis that he is not keen on selling Osimhen or his strike partner, Kavicha Kvaratskhelia, during the summer transfer window. Given Osimhen's remarkable performance last season, it comes as no surprise that Napoli fans and the coach fervently hope that Nigeria International will remain at the club for the upcoming season. Japanese-American tennis Naomi Osaka has welcomed her first child with boyfriend and rapper Cody Johnson. The athlete announced in January that she was pregnant. She also had a baby shower in June where she revealed to fans she was having a baby girl. In the January Instagram post, Osaka had shared pictures of her baby's ultrasound. She also wrote in the caption, "Can't wait to get back on the court, but here's a little live update for 2023. The four-time Grand Slam singles winner expressed her excitement about being a mother, stating that she would return to the court at the 2024 Australian Open. We now bring you more sports with Fidelis. Now that's it on Global TV News Express from Nigeria's capital Abuja. We're on Star Times channels 276. Kindly follow us across all our social media platforms at Global TV NG. Thank you very much for watching. I am Obasi. Have a pleasant evening.